And then Jasper came over this morning to say goodbye with his little sister. Sarah, you like India and Georgia, don't you? Then we spent the rest of the morning reading. We got a lot of good new books, like.
And I got in time out.
Like the one she has.
You're on chapter 15.
You're silly.
Okay, now it's come back to me, because I could see it written. I was never in class taught that. But you know, I had 3 years of French in high school, but I can see the words written. But when I hear people say it, like that's the trouble I had when I was in France. I wasn't used to hearing people talking so much, even though the teacher tried it in class. But we were reading books.
For Laurie and for me to have some pictures of you at this age. We got a few pictures of you when you were younger. Yeah, sure. Here, I'll turn it over like that. See, look. Here, go over here. Go up here. See? 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 Wave.
You say you had French in school?
Yeah. And my babysitter taught us like numbers and colors.
Yeah.
And I remember our last project was we had to make a menu all in French.
Really?
With prices in euros and everything. That was hard.
I hate the
Pommes
posters
frites, is
though.
that
That's so
potatoes?
tedious.
Pommes frites, is that potatoes, fried potatoes, right?
Yeah.
In German it was pommes frites, but I wasn't sure. I thought that was the French word of saying it.
But no, pomme is apples. Pomme de terre is potatoes because it means apples of the ground.
Because in Germany they used to say pommes frites are French fries, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because pomme de terre, they would just shorten it to fried palm, apple, but it wasn't really apple.
That's what
it
they
was,
call
pomme de
potato.
terre.
Yeah. It was the same word, was it? Potato and apple?
Pomme de terre, apple of the earth.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do remember some French. How much French did you have?
8 années, 8 ans,
You had 1 year?
8,
Huh?
8 years.
You had 8 years of French?
Oui, et j'étudiais la française pour mes études de graduate work. I had to be able to do French stuff to study theater and to study French theater.
I never realized that.
Yeah, so when I was a graduate student, I haven't even spoken it so long. My accent's just awful. But French, I was better at French than German. I had to do academic studies in German too. But French was better than German, actually.
I didn't realize that you had all that French. No, I'm surprised.
I can count up to 30 except my only problem I have with the numbers is 14, 15, and 16.
Okay, let's do it. 2,
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, right?
And we only studied the
11,
after
11,
last week.
12, 13, 14. That one gets me too.
15 and 16 are just horrible for me.
These
That doesn't start
50, no,
Are you talking about 15?
yeah.
Isn't it K-U-I-N-Z-E? K-U-I-N-Z-E? I don't know how to say it, but the words come in.
Maybe
Did I
something
say
like
K?
that. No, Q.
Q, yeah, Q-U-I-N-Z-E.
Q-I-N-Z-E.
Of course. That comes in, I don't know if it's right.
Yeah. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 1, 2, I'm sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's not these, it's 15, man. Yeah, okay. And then these set. I mean, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. and we fed enough. And oh gosh, I can't remember 30. What's 30?
Which way the water is going?
Looks like it's going that way and that way and that way and that way.
It looks like it's going that way.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, it's going all different ways, isn't it? Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
North, south, east, and west. Okay, north, south, east.
We actually went to a place where the water came in all 4 directions. We were going across the ocean, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and the sailor guy, one of the people, we were on a boat, and this sailor guy who, because I was obnoxious, I ran around like the whole place, and I was only supposed to stay in certain areas and stuff. I was very obnoxious. I was 5 years old, I think. Is that 8? I don't know. Anyway, and he said, look, because he was the guy who was chasing me around, saying, you got to stay here, you got to stay here. He said, get here, come here, let me show you something. And we went. It was really, really rough out, so the waves were like 20 feet tall. It was crazy. The boat, everyone was going up. Everyone was seasick and stuff. And he said, come on, I'll show you. And he took me to a place, on the boat where you could see that the waves literally, he said, this is the place where the waves come from all the directions. And you could see that the waves were going like this, like this, like this, and like this. It was like in a place in the ocean where all the winds came together, because it's sort of like, that's, if it comes from here, it has to go somewhere, right? It ends somewhere. And I remember there was waves from all 4 directions.
I remember that, and I didn't realize that you had that experience with that person you're talking about.
It was one of the guys who used to chase me around.
Yeah,
and he's.
But it was something you never forget. It was so weird to see that actually coming from 4 different directions.
Yeah, it was like a certain spot in the ocean, just because.
Yeah.
Hey, there has to be a wind that goes this way,
Yeah,
and one that goes, and so at one spot they have to meet. And
it was very strange.
It was all 4
I
winds
remember
in
that
there.
also, but I hadn't realized you'd seen it with somebody who worked on the boat.
It was a weird thing.
I think that was when we returned, so you would have been 9.
I don't. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, if it had been the earlier time when Dad died, you would have only been.
No, it was
2.
No.
Yeah, you would have only been 2. Yeah, it was when you were 9.
I was only 2 when we were on the Rotterdam.
Well, I'm trying to think.
We came across on the Rotterdam.
No.
I was young.
I'm trying to remember. You were born in 57. And we came back in 59?
The Rotterdam was 2 years old?
When we were...
No, the Rotterdam, we came back once.
Oh, that's right. We returned.
We came back once
But
or
we
something
came back
for the
on
Rotterdam.
the boat when Dad died.
I don't know. You want to take a picture of me?
No, I think it was when you were 9. Because we
take a picture of my mom.
2. You were...
Take a picture of my mom.
Gosh, I can't
Just
believe that.
point at
You
you.
were 2 when we came back.
Look out.
Really
Say, no, I'm not going to take any pictures of your mom.
Really young.
Okay. Here, fancy camera.
I think I'm going to let the rest of
Stay
this
just
go.
like that. Hold on. Hold on. Stay just like that for the fancy camera. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. Yay. All right. Enough pictures. I gotta figure out how to use this camera before I break it.
I love taking pictures.
Yeah. Pick one.
Oh.
Right. Okay, take one mom. Take one her. Wow! All you do with this one is you look in here and you wait until it goes. There's a look here. Just halfway push it. You done one like this before? Halfway push it. So it goes to yeah. And then push it all the way once you've got the halfway push. And then you can see it. Take a picture. Here, take a few. put her hand up, didn't she?
Sarah. Stop it. Alright, that one it was in it. Sarah, that's not funny. How do I know you didn't
It's a little. Don't leave it. It'll be okay.
Sarah, don't.
Trying to figure out what you've got rigged up here to sleep on. I know that couch opens out, and that's the regular couch, and what's this in the middle?
What?
Does this couch open up?
Yeah, this
Oh, okay, so it's two couches that are open up. That works pretty neat. There must be a lot of people that could sleep on there, huh? Did it work out all right? Did you sleep okay?
This one's comfortable. It's
Next is
soft.
something like that.
This one's really hard.
Is it? Oh, that's the futon.
They were all kind of sleeping everywhere, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was anyone sleeping in that room?
Izzy.
Oh, Izzy was.
But I think she came to join us.
But she was being alone? She was being contrary? Wow.
And Daddy slept here, and Sarah slept here, and Daddy slept here, and I slept here.
Hey, he said he hasn't been getting much sleep. Is that true? Has he been waking up a lot in the middle of the night, or you guys
I don't
sleep
know.
all the way through?
I slept.
Because it sounded like last night he slept really good. I hope he got a good night's sleep last night.
I don't know. I slept through Sarah's phone full blown temperature. So that's saying something. She is down. So
Tonight, last night you did?
a few
Oh,
days
before.
ago. So
Oh, okay.
so I won't wake up through anything short of a tsunami.
You sleep well, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play. Play outside
Okay.
on the sand.
I'm going to go back up to the sleepy house and get a little organized up there, I think. I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Oh, Tom the Toad, oh, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road? You used to be so green and fat, but now you are so red and flat. Oh, Tom the Toad, oh, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road? You used to eat bugs green and blue, but now the bugs are eating you. Oh, Tom the Toad, oh, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road?
You used to hop
So far and wide, but now you are a piece of tar. Oh, Tom the Toad, oh, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road?
It's hilarious. That's so...
Tucker.
That is so sick. Do you want me to let Tucker in or not?
Yeah.
You get to come in?
Tom the Toad, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road?
And specific? Is that what you said? Yeah, it's detailed and gross. Yeah. Thank you.
That's
Oh, Tom the Toad, oh, Tom the Toad, why are you lying in the road? Yes, sirree, so green and fat,
And what have you been up
but
to?
now you are so red and flat.
Chair.
We have for Tucker on the way.
This one's been guarding territory.
Yes. He's a very good dog.
Happy
He's
in
a
the
little,
bed.
a little
We
on
heard
the
down the lake.
intellectually challenged side.
Oh, really?
Good dog. Little tiny bit. But actually you've done much better, haven't you? Yeah.
How can you tell things like that?
Well,
I'm not. Maybe it's me who's intellectually challenged. I don't know. When we first got him, the people that had him would just like push him aside. They wouldn't like talk to him. So he couldn't. He just verbal commands. He just wasn't into. He didn't hear you. You could go right up to him and go rah, and he'd be like, huh?
Hello.
But over the years, he's learned to listen. So now, even if he's in front of you and you use your voice, he'll listen.
Sit.
And I click my fingers instead of doing.
Yeah.
Good dog.
Oh, wow.
Stay.
So, yeah, he's actually probably fairly smart for a golden.
It's not no big.
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
No, golden is supposed to be very intelligent.
Oh, they are? Okay, well, he
Maybe
maybe he's not going the curve then.
Actually, Maddie, I don't think they are supposed to be.
Yeah, I think this is actually one
They're
he
just
wants
supposed to
really
go get game balls.
Yeah, cool.
Golden and labs are supposed to be.
Labs are Greyhounds, man, they're just racers. Their brains are this tiny to their head.
Really? Greyhounds have tiny little brains? Is that true?
Their head is like really tiny.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm ready, Sarah Joy. If you are, you got something?
Okay, actually, do the same thing. So, yeah.
Is Sarah Joy supposed to be helping in here?
No, she
Okay, Sarah Joy, let's go down and let me watch you swim.
Oh, don't fall on me.
Can you get the door, bud?
Yes.
If you had admitted defeat when it was called. Thank you, sir. You know I'm the master pillow fighter, and there's no way you can beat me. My pillow skills are bad.
Oh, I am. I love the screaming porch.
Oh, there you go, Lee.
I heard it.
Oh, I love it.
I'm so glad you do.
Oh, absolutely. It's where, if you were looking for me anytime, that's where you'll find me.
Well,
It's
you know,
not vulgar hand-to-hand
I gotta
combat.
scooch through here, kiddo. I ended up spending a little bit of everybody's money on that
It was
project,
worth it.
and I
It
felt
was great.
a little awkward about that.
It
So I'm
was
glad
great.
everyone's happy
It
with
was
it.
worth it. Absolutely.
I think so.
Oh, I love it.
There are times when this camp is just loud, and well, when I'm here anyway, it's filled with girls and you know all kinds of stuff. And I just go up there and
I can't feel
Really
it in
nice.
my head.
yeah,
You go on that screaming porch, your head clear.
nice.
That's fabulous.
Okay, so anything I might have
For
said,
all your effort you put into it.
anything I might have
You're
said
welcome.
is totally
We
invalid.
appreciate
Yeah.
That's great. You want help? How'd it work? Oh, still, I
My
don't know.
back can do it.
Straight back.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm slow, but I'm coming.
Well, there you go. That's my answer.
Where did we find this couch anyway?
Yeah, what she said.
Boom.
Where did we find this couch?
I don't know.
Happy, happy, happy.
It's a blessing. The Patriots.
And the,
Jousting. Jousting.
we're just gonna put like the first one. Are we gonna handle it?
No,
It's
no,
gonna be-
not
I
yet.
figure if I
Let's
was
go
going to go to the
outside.
hardware store and just say, look, I got
Idiot.
these removable screens and there's a little bit of space around the outside. There's some kind of stripping I can put around there, and they've shown me 3 different products.
So do I need to get permission from people to
No.
do that? Just in case. Time goes slowly. And I get bored.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, we need to get rid of that, or can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I tried. I took several. The back of my pickup truck is checker block full with all kinds of.
What did do we go to dump?
Yeah, I'm gonna haul it, but yes, I'm gonna haul it back to
Oh,
my place because I got a construction project underway and I got down to my backyard.
oh.
But what the Nixons were doing, what's that? Just saying hi. What the Nixons were doing, the Nixons were doing was putting in construction bags, big construction bags. They're sawing it up and putting it in big construction bags. And I think that was like $5 a bag or something like that. It was really expensive to get rid of it that way. What I
That's it. I think, yeah, wow. So if you took that all over, $100 or something.
probably,
Yeah.
but if you had John Chase do it, it would have been more like $800 because well, he's got this tiny little boat, and you know every trip across costs him money and time. You know.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, I don't mind doing stuff. I'm glad you decided to not have me do it. I think that makes sense.
Well, I thought it was one thing we could do to save a little money.
Versus it's like not gonna have to be redone. Normally messed up the back here. Were you out on refixing this?
No, I don't think there's a lot of refixing. They did from the middle up, but I don't think there's a lot of refixing. Does it look like this?
I don't remember. I just know it was crooked when I when I left here, and they said, "Oh, hope you don't mind, but we made it look right."
Daddy! Father, I need help with the couch.
So these look recognizable, and then
Yeah.
this definitely doesn't. And
That's about as high as you got.
I think I have all of that. But they pulled it. They I didn't have the whole thing done in the way that anyone would like.
One, two. All right.
I love that counting thing. It's beautiful. That's a great trick to know.
My word. You have done a great job.
I can't get that.
What? Oh, okay.
I think
We'll do the same thing? Push or something? Lift and push?
down.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait, something. Ah, there we go. There you go.
I challenge you to. Because now all the beds are down, so we can't use the chandelier.
Yeah,
The
but
ground's littered
I
with
need to
cushion.
pick up.
Come on.
You pick up these two and bring them outside. Put them where they belong out there. And I'll put the pillows on the couches. Deal. I call my trusty pillow though.
Okay if I do this?
I can't really see what you're doing, honey, but if you're getting fruit, the answer is yes. If you're looking for chocolate, the answer is no.
Honey, can I stand?
Well, now that you've brought it to my attention, it doesn't seem like a great idea.
The apple looks right.
Okie dokie.
Lee, is there anything I can do to help you in making the transition, to help you get ready?
No, it's going to be terrible no matter what we do.
Well, I
I hate leaving the
don't
not-
worry about a thing.
We're not rushing him, right?
No, I was just thinking I have completely just unwound, and I finally
Well,
at that
that's
point
great.
where I am thinking, oh, well, maybe I could do something to help you.
No, don't worry about it. We yesterday we ran around and got all our ducks in a row, took half the stuff off the island that we needed to. So we just have a couple bags.
Dad,
At some point
when are we going to go fishing?
in a little bit, honey. I haven't seen Aunt Marge in a couple of years. I just wanted to chat with her. Think that'd be okay?
Only for 2 minutes.
Only for 2 minutes. Why don't you go over and see what Georgia and India are doing?
They left for New York.
Oh, they did.
Go see what the foreigners are doing.
No,
They're not over there either.
they're in Boston. They're on their way to Boston.
You have I put 2 new tanks of gas on the back
Okay,
the day before yesterday.
okay.
You should have plenty of
Can
gas.
sissies play with me?
Sure.
So it's
Let you play with
4
me?
total or 2 total?
It's 4 total. You probably the 2 it's running off now
Let you play with me?
are probably half full, and then 2 full ones.
Cool.
I put
Izzy!
the gas for the grill on the pontoon boat and never got it to the hardware store. It's one of those blue rhino ones. So
Is the last time I filled up gas, Wolfboro was the cheapest somehow? Wolfboro, even
Where?
cheaper than Wolfboro gas?
Yeah.
Canfield?
No, it was in the middle of by the Irving, there on Wolfboro
Oh, okay.
Falls. Is it called Wolfboro gas or something? Wolfboro
Yeah.
propane?
Yeah.
They were like the cheapest by $1 or so.
I don't know.
Is that where you do it, or do you do it at the hardware
Well,
store? Or,
I
what makes
noticed
sense?
these blue rhino things.
I don't
They
know.
take the tank.
I don't know what Blue Rhino is. Oh, they take the tank back.
They
Okay,
take the
okay.
tank back, and that
Gotcha.
one looks like it's pretty rough.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you get a new tank, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not supposed to. The other guys aren't supposed to fill a tank that has blue rhino on the side of it.
And that one does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool.
So I intended to do that, but I...
No, great. Thank you
for.
for explaining though, because I didn't know anything about the blue rhino thing. So yeah.
And the Wolfboro Hardware, I know they got them all right out on the street, so I know they're a blue rhino dealer.
Okay.
And they may look at the can and say, no way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then you can take it to the campground or Suburban or wherever.
Yeah.
Get it filled. We cooked on that last night and it didn't sputter or anything, and so but I haven't picked up the tank.
Oh, okay.
I've been cooking on it all week, so there's just a small chance that at some point, you might get halfway through cooking a hamburger.
We're really doing kind of like low level cooking stuff, so we'll probably be fine for quite a while, but we'll get it all fixed up. So
the solar things, did I tell you about those? There's two batteries here that both have no charge. There's between the fact that I think 2 of these solar panels need to be replaced, and there's
already
all summer. They're just dead. We haven't used them at all.
2 of the panels need to be replaced already?
I think so. I mean, one of them's 15 years old, so.
Oh, I thought he replaced them 2 years ago, or just added a couple. Yeah, okay.
I think
I'll talk to him. Okay.
He said so basically, and I meant to do this too and didn't.
Charge?
Yep, you just take them into the gas station, leave them for 6 hours, tell them to put them on the charger. It's like $12 a piece.
Cool.
And I think you'll have lights.
Okay.
It's been cool.
Yeah.
And so,
having the
I grew up
propane's
with
nice.
it. I grew up with it like that. Anyway, so
I like it. Yeah.
Can you charge your telephone over there now or not?
Nope.
You can if you get put a charge on the battery.
And you can do it the same way you did last summer, right? Okay.
Right.
So we'll get that done.
Yeah.
And that isn't the type of thing you put on the camp expenses, right? The charge usually, whoever does it, right? I think your dad just usually does it.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You could ask him about that too. I don't really know.
Yeah. We're not sure when we're going. There's no chance we're going to see Lynn, is there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Anything different since a year ago when we talked as far as just the overall snow situation? I'm not at all into the snow internet thing or anything that's going on. I was just wondering, since we talked a year ago, any changes or anything you want to talk about, or not really?
Well, the big thing was the sleeping house, and between working with John Chase and getting him to be where he said he was going to be when he was supposed to be there, and he got iced out last year, and then we had to finish this spring, and he got a big job.
Was it a big headache for you?
It was complex, and it was ongoing through the whole winter.
Yeah.
But it was in little bits and drabs, and I did most of it through email with him and a few phone calls. But I didn't feel like taking anything else on because of that.
Oh, absolutely. I think maybe snow should give you a bonus for all you did.
Absolutely not necessary. If any kind, what I would like to do is, it seems to me that we're paying about $1,000 a year between the general camp expenses and things that come up. Over the last 3 or 4 years, it seems like each family ends up kind of throwing in about $1,000 a year. And I'd like to maybe thinking about paying that in advance so that there's a SNAW account that we can draw against, and maybe even try to build a little nest egg so that when there's maintenance items that need to be done, it's a little less complex than it was.
That's a good idea.
This
That's a good
time
idea.
around.
Make it easier for you where you're right here, more apt to be dealing with stuff because you live right here.
Right.
And that would make it easier for you. I think that's a good idea. I think you should suggest it, and I certainly think it's a good idea. Don't you, Norman?
I think it's the type of thing Dad would love.
Huh?
I think it's the type of thing Dad would love. I think
Yeah,
that's...
but particularly be
makes
helpful
big
for-
sense.
Yeah, it'd be particularly helpful for you where you're dealing with that stuff. So
Yeah,
Don't you think Dad would think it's a great idea
Oh,
too?
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Count
think
Stewart's
it's
yes, okay.
That's like his. That's sense,
Lee-
logic.
Lori says yes too.
Okay. Yeah, it's
We should call him on it, but yeah.
Yeah.
it's easier. It's easier. I ran a lot of like the money through my personal checking account and wrote checks
Yeah, that's not necessary.
To
No, it makes
John.
sense what you're saying.
just because it was expedient. Whereas if there was a small
fund.
camp
Oh,
checkbook
yes.
that I could write checks
Make
off
an
of,
enormous difference.
it's easier to track the money. It's like when there's this $600 that's still out there with the insurance company that is a holdback that you have to apply for once you get your final invoice.
It'd be
And they
better
haven't
for
paid
Snow,
that
too.
yet
Because he doesn't have a check.
It'd
because
be
they're on
better
a
for
cancel
Snow
check.
too, because they'd have the record of all this stuff.
Right, right.
And for you, certainly. So,
Right.
excellent idea, yeah. So
Not
start
that he needs to be the one that does everything all the time, either.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
mean that. I just meant because you're apt to be
Right.
involved because you're so close.
Well, I have
Dad.
Yes, honey. There's an awful lot of apple left on there, but if you're all done and you're sure you've had all the apple that you want, then yes, you may throw it away. Okay?
Fine. You want me to juice
Those
the
are pretty
apple?
big apples, aren't they?
They are big apples.
I've been getting big ones at home too, and I've been feeling kind of like Sarah Joy when I got partway through. They're so big.
I have enjoyed being more involved in
Good.
the decision making about the camp and helping manage the project and stuff.
Good. Good. So you're getting some satisfaction out of it as well
Yeah.
as frustration. Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually said, Wendy said, well, I haven't been there much. If you want a project, ask Lee. So I guess you're really in the middle of it, huh?
That's that's really okay with me. I look at it sort of as a helping to facilitate what everybody wants, and it's a role I think that everybody needs to have a certain level of trust that I'm not going to just do my pet projects, that I'm going to facilitate what everyone wants.
Yeah.
And honey, you've interrupted me twice, and that makes me a little frustrated, maybe even a little annoyed. Yes, dear.
Patience of Job, wouldn't you say?
Yes, you can go fishing, you can do whatever you want outside, and I will take you fishing in a little bit, but not right now, okay?
Here, Maestro, you want some more coffee?
Oh yeah,
Say
beautiful.
when.
That's good.
I'll go fishing.
Bye-bye.
Will you help me get fishing?
Do you have an amount that you would want to suggest to the families that they put up to start with?
Well, I would, it seems like Becky has been doing kind of the books, the overall
Yeah, she has.
expenses. I would suggest maybe we look at what we spent last year.
Dad, I need someone to help me
And either,
throw it in.
okay, you're gonna have to speak with one of the girls, honey, because Daddy is gonna sit right here and do what he's doing. In general, I would think that once we have big things taken care of, and I think we have other big things that probably will need to be taken care of, like this deck's gonna need to be, either we do the dream project or we just replace the deck exactly the way it is. That's gonna have to happen in the next couple of years, I think. And I think there may be other trees that need work. But once we get to a point where we're just sort of maintaining, and it's paint and normal stuff, I think taking what we spent the year before and increasing it by maybe 10 or 15%,
That's a good idea.
and paying it up front
Yeah, that's a good idea.
would do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
We have
If that plan is in effect, I think the second part of what you said might be a smart thing to do too, to actually try to find a way to decrease the costs by a 10% thing too, so it starts to build up, if that's possible. Not that, I mean, so if we ever do have a big
issue, right?
Then there's a little bit left up or something.
Right.
Does it make sense? Do you think the cost will increase every year by 10% for real? No. So that's like building up some.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. No, I think what'll happen is every once in a while there'll be this really expensive thing that needs to get done.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort of have to start over.
What's the status on the Dream project? No one really cares about permits now because the economy tanked and everyone just wants to do work? Or is it the opposite?
We got called, John came over and said he got a call from the codes officer in Wolfboro for something he did for Brockways.
Yeah.
Because in October, somebody complained that they put a
unneeded messages so that you may receive new messages.